Okay. So let's understand, first of all, the difference between the for and while loop. So for loop, this will be used when you know how many times you need to iterate. You want to iterate or you want to repeat something when that count is fixed. And while loop you will be using when you don't know how many times you want to repeat. Okay, so for loop is used when you know how many times you want to repeat something. While loop is used when you don't know how many times you would like to repeat, but there is a condition. There is a condition, and that should be true. Okay, so let's understand this thing one by one. So if you remember this rule as well, so if you know, so whenever you get the program to be written and you know the count before starting the logic or before starting the writing the program, then you have to go for loop. And let's say if you don't know the count and it depends on the condition, then you will go for while loop. Now, what I would do is I would tell you about a program. Let's say there is a program in which I have to generate a multiplication table. So in this multiplication table, I want to generate a table of 5. So here I know that I want to print the table of 5. So it is like, you have to print 5 into 1, 5 into 2, 5 into 3, and so on and so forth. But you know that you have to generate the table of 5. So we'll start with 5 into 1, 5 into 2, 5 into 3, and we'll go till 5 into 10. That would be the last. So here you know that this has got exactly 10 lines. So what we can go here, so we can go for loop here, right? So let's understand this particular program. So I'll say public class, and I'll write this example for example. And within that, we'll go for the main method, and within that, we'll go for the for loop. So I'll say for integer I. Now this starts with 1, 5 into 1. It will start with 1. And you want to iterate it till the number 10. So I is less than equal to 10. I plus plus. And then we will print this thing. System.out.println will say num into I. And we'll have this things closed. So you knew here when you started writing the program, you knew that I would be having the repetition for 10 lines, starting from 5 into 1 to 5 into 2, 5 is 5 into 3, 5 into 4, 5 into 5 up to 5 into 10. So hence we went for this particular for loop. That is I is less than equal to 10. Less than equal to 10 means it will take 10 as well, and it will take all the numbers that are less than 10, but it will start from I is equal to 1. That's the first thing. Okay. Now the second condition that we will have. So for that we will have, let's take another example now. So, okay. So let's take another example that you have to print the numbers. So the program you have to write is you have to print the numbers until total goes above 100. So you have to print the numbers until total goes above 100. So you can create a logic, you can write a program, and let's let's see the logic only. Integer sum equal to 0. So we'll start with sum equal to 0 here, and we'll take one more number here, which is integer num equal to 1. Okay. Now what I will do is I have to print the number until my total goes above 100. So this is the condition. This is the condition which I have to check. And once I meet this condition, once this condition is true, then I have to come out of that loop. So this is the condition. Now, here we don't know beforehand that how many numbers it would take to cross 100. We don't know. It might be if someone gives you some numbers like 50 and 50, then it crosses 100 in the first instance. But here we are starting with 0 and 1. So it would take some time. So we'll go for while loop. While your sum is less than or equal to 100. It can be less than or equal to 100. So we have to run this particular loop, and we want to add the number value, the num value, num variable value into the sum. And every time we have to increment this thing. So this here, your while loop would be coming into the picture. And at the end, you'll write system.out.println and you will say sum exceeded 100 at number, that is your this number. So that's how your while loop will be running. Now, another example is, let's say you want to keep asking for the password. So let me write that thing. Okay. So we'll take another Java program in which you have to keep asking user for the password until it is correct. So here again, you have a condition here. So you want to go for the number of iterations, right? We want to continue the loop until the condition fails, right? So we want to continue the loop until the condition fails. Okay, you want to continue the loop until the condition fails. So here again, the number of iterations are not fixed. Okay. Number of iterations are not fixed. So we'll keep asking for the password until it is correct. So what we will do, will again, let's understand this particular code now. So we have public class and we'll have password check. We'll go for main method here. So we can write main, or we can also write like this public static void main string of arguments. And here we want to ask the user for the password. So we'll say scanner sc. So scanner class is used to read the input from the user is equal to new of scanner, and we'll write system.in. Now we'll say string of password equal to, so we'll keep some null value here. Okay. Now, while my password is not equals, so my correct password is, let's say, it's the 123. Okay. So while my password is not equal to this, till that time, I have to ask the user to enter the password. Till that time, I'll ask the user to enter the password. And that password, we will take it up is equal to sc. So what is my object? Sc dot next of line. And we'll say system.out.println again. Once the password is correct, then we can come out of this loop. So this loop, this is your loop, while loop. This will continue till the user enters correct password. Once this password is being entered by the user, then you will come out of that loop and you'll say system.out.println, enter password, sorry, system.out.println, correct password entered.